What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Outside Line Media, and today we are talking about yet another dominant Shane Van Gisbergen win, and more
Shame.
horrible NASCAR officiating.
Yeah, SVG owned the weekend. That's the headline. That's the story. That's all that matters. SVG swept the weekend. Further proving his dominance on road courses. I think they posted a graphic of like street courses since like X date average finish. It's like SVG 3.3, and then the next person's Seabell at like 10.09. Just
Yeah.
ruining everyone else's statistics. Exposing the playoff system because how are you going to get mad? It's the system y'all made. We hate it, but can't hate a man for abusing it. Bring in the road course specialist, you know?
And I mean, like, realistically, he was brought in to do one thing and one thing only, and that was to win road courses.
And guess what he's doing? He's winning road courses.
There's only, one so far that he hasn't won? This is going to be our fourth one. What's our last road course?
Sonoma. It's Sonoma and then
Charlotte Roval.
Charlotte Roval.
I knew I was forgetting one.
Oh, and Glen, brother. Don't forget the Glen.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. So is it 6 then?
Must be.
Unless we're not counting the Roval as a road course, but...
They might not. No, it literally says road course, so,
okay.
I mean...
Oh, must be 6 then.
Because Sonoma, Chicago, Mexico, Coda,
Glen,
yes,
Charlotte, yeah. So. Okay. So, I mean, he's got he has a 66% win rate right now. Definitely could go up to 75 at the end of this weekend. I think barring any bad luck, I think that it will be 75.
The Roval is going to be the hardest one, I think, for him because the Roval gets violent.
Yeah, because you've got the oval in there. That's why they call it a Roval.
Wow, really? I thought they just called it a Roval for fun. I thought it was just for funsies, actually. That's why they called it a Roval. Man, look at you with your golf clubs behind you flexing.
Oh, yeah. I didn't feel like putting them all the way against the wall because my drawer is sitting right there.
Look at this, man. Big golfing guy here, but Scotty Mack uploaded a golfing video unrelated to this series. But yeah, Chicago was good.
Firestone Country Club.
Fire. Chicago was good. Obviously, other than the stuff we're about to we'll touch on here in a second, but let's go over the good old results. SVG gets the win. Justin Haley, second place.
Hell yeah.
That's how crazy the race was. Chase Elliott third, Kyle Larson fourth. And hey, give it up for Kyle Busch fifth, okay? That's a hell of a drive right there. I mean, come on, man. He was backwards, like lap 3.
Yeah.
Great recovery drive from him. That rounds out top 5. Austin Cindric 6, Michael McDowell 7, and I'm not reading 8th because it's Joey Logano.
Shout out Ross Chastain.
Shout out Ross Chastain, bro. Shipping that, man.
Did you see Joey screaming at him after the race, and he was just sitting there?
He was just smiling, bro. Ross Chastain's such a goon, bro. He's so funny, bro. That shit was good. But yeah, the things that Patrick's alluding to that weren't great about this race were the one in particular. They waited on that caution until the white flag, and you cannot do that. You cannot do that.
So evidently they didn't have race control on site. It was a remote race control from Charlotte.
That's a whole problem in of itself.
Obviously they can't police the course on remote, and I think we saw that.
Yeah, I don't think it's that. I think they knew it happened. I think they just wanted to wait for the white flag because there were storms coming in.
I'm pretty sure NASCAR basically came out and said, no, we're just incompetent, and didn't realize how hard he did it.
Yeah, but they're not going to come out and say that we wanted them to get to the white flag.
I mean, they created an entire form of racing that encourages just getting to the white flag and then crashing out the guy in second.
Exactly. So why would they say that they wanted them to get to the white flag? They love overtime. They don't want to go back on that, so...
Yeah, there were supposedly weather threats and rain threats.
Yeah, they wanted that race over.
There's no excuse for it.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything. It's unexcusable, dangerous situation. We're lucky he was fine.
The drivers were not happy, from what I gathered, from Actions Detrimental. Denny Hamlin was very much not happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I for sure just read the wrong results. That was the first race at Chicago. I was like, I do not remember. This SVG, Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch.
Denny Hamlin, great drive from the back of the field.
Yeah. So
I mean, it helps when half the cars in front of you get wrecked out, but
Editor Patrick, just cut that part out.
I'm not cutting that.
Here. Can you put a big disclaimer so they don't think we're idiots before we fix it? I was reading it. I'm like, I do not remember Justin Haley being in second. Am I tripping right now? And then I scrolled down. I saw Kevin Harvick, and I went, wait. I said, wait, this isn't right.
Yeah, shout out. Denny had a good race. Damn. Especially for being a road course. Not even a road course, a street course. Jesus.
Yeah.
We'll see. I have a feeling that if there was a new deal reached, it would have been announced this weekend.
They said they're in talks for it, but it will not be 4th of July weekend. That is the city of Chicago's statement. Is they are willing to have it again, but it cannot be 4th of July weekend, which that's understandable.
Yeah.
Closing off roads 4th of July is crazy.
Wow, all the I don't know what to call them. The old people fans can cheer for Daytona being on 4th of July, even though Daytona has said they do not want to be on 4th of July weekend. I think you could do something cool, like something kind of like Mid-Ohio does. Do one of your road courses on 4th of July. Not a street course, a road course. Maybe the Glen could be a cool 4th of July. Or what if we go to Road America? Road America 4th of July race would go hard. I would go. I would 100% go. Unless it would actually interfere with the Indy 200. Never mind, I wouldn't go.
Mid-Ohio, brother. But yeah, now that I'm reading the right results, let's do a top 10 again because I'm so dumb. I was reading, I knew they were wrong. I was like, I guess I just don't remember this race because this seems wrong. SVG, Ty Gibbs, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin. The Kyle Busch being up there made me believe it. That's what got me. Kyle Busch, AJ Allmendinger, Ryan Preece, Alex Bowman, Austin Hill, Ross Chastain. Is your top 10.
Brother.
So yeah, obviously good race. It's Chicago, so it is what it is with shit show. Carson Hocevar said, all right, I'm going to smack the wall and cause a backup leading to one of the funniest radios I've heard all year. Carson Hocevar is the biggest dumbass in this sport. Everybody knows it. Hilarious. Carson Hocevar was also on the Dale Jr. Download. Good interview.
They talked about the incident and why they don't like to stream iRacing.
Wow. That's what you got out of it. It's crazy to me. I knew you would. I honestly, though, I think Carson Hocevar was like, bro, like I've said this before and I say it again, embrace who you are. Like he keeps acting like he doesn't mean to wreck people out. Brother, you wreck people out. That's okay. Just don't like this whole bit of being like, oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. It's just an accident. I'm just racing hard. No, man. Ship that motherfucker and tell him you're shipping him.
Especially if it's Joey Logano.
Like, embrace it, because if you just act like you can't have it both ways. You're going to have people hate you. If that's a guy if you want to be the villain, be the villain. But you got to be the villain. You gotta go on that podcast and go, yeah, I spun him. I wanted to win the race. Fuck him. You can't be like, oh yeah, I made a mistake there. Oh yeah, I don't try to do that. Like, brother.
I mean, he did kind of sound that way with the whole spinning Corey Hyman Phoenix. He's like, oh yeah, I was dorying the shit out of him and I was gonna hit him in every corner. I did not mean to spin him though.
Just say you're gonna ship him for the championship, bro. I mean, just come on, embrace the bit. But a lot of them, he's like, I don't know. I mean, whatever. But
he was also, kind of racing for his house back then.
True. Very chaotic. So, based in the chaos, Pat, how'd your predictions do?
Oh, I looked at my predictions for this week, and I'm like, oh, I got 0 points again. No, I had SVG on the podium. I did not think that he was going to win, though. So 1 point there. And Ryan, you've already introduced my hit the apex, that Kyle Busch finishing position. That was, wow, chef's kiss.
I must have graded my predictions on the wrong fucking results because I highlighted my Denny Hamlin missed the apex. He got fourth. That is not a miss the apex at
Especially
all.
for starting at the back of the field.
Yeah,
Because he had to do an
40th.
engine change after
He
quality.
started at 40th.
Yeah.
And then my Daniel Suarez hit the apex, still doesn't hit. But I got
Evidently, that was a brand new engine, too, that he blew up. Had only been dyno run. And then the entire bottom end of the engine basically blew up.
Damn. But I got 2 points. I got SVG correct side. Oh, 2.5. Got a 1.5. And then I got Ty Dillon over Brad Keselowski.
Well, shit, how many points did I give you this week?
You got to remove one because I had one more than I thought I did.
Okay.
Well, here's the problem, bro. You look up NASCAR streets, you look up NASCAR Chicago results, and if you want to go on you don't use the ones on Google, the ones on the website go to like another one. The link down goes to the first race.
That's the issue I had when we were doing the 24 Hours of Le Mans watch party, and I put all the work into the 2024 spotter guide.
Yeah, I'm a rookie mistake. I should have known. I saw Justin Haley. I'm like, that brother was not there. What are we talking about?
Didn't you get your in-season challenge correct too?
Yeah, 2.5. That's what I said.
Yeah. What was your in-season? Yeah, there you go.
I said that. Bro wasn't listening to me.
I wasn't.
Tuned me out.
He pulled me.
He pulled me in the what video was it this week where I just kept asking the
IMSA.
same question? IMSA. No. It wasn't IMSA. It was the one we recorded yesterday. One of the ones.
It was it had to have been IndyCar. Yeah, because that's the only one we had predictions.
I kept being like, what's your this?
I'd be like, yeah, here's my hit the apex. He's like, all right, Patrick, what's your hit the apex?
I'm tired. Okay?
It was also a long video.
That was a long video.
That was a brutal one to record. But yeah, final thoughts on Chicago, Ryan. Do you want it to stay, or would you prefer? Let's put this in the air. Let's pose this hypothetical: Chicagoland Speedway or Chicago Street Circuit.
Prefer to replace it with another road course. I like the number of road courses, but I'd rather not be a street circuit.
Yeah.
Which right now all signs point to like what a San Jose or whatever San Diego street race is probably what's going to replace it. I don't like street races in NASCAR, man. Just
like if we want to get that market, I mean that market has Gateway a few hours from it, which produces. I actually don't know how the NASCAR product is at Gateway. Produces banger IndyCar races.
Yeah.
Which means it's probably shit NASCAR races.
Usually one or the other. Which is why Kentucky Speedway would be so good at IndyCar because NASCAR was so shit there in the next gen.
I don't know, but the track's definitely like destroyed at this point. But they'd have to repave it, so.
But just put some what's that shit called? TJ1 or whatever the fuck.
Let's just do some
what's that stuff called? What's the stuff called? The sticky shit they put on TJ1?
Oh, I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
How about we just coat the entirety of Kentucky Speedway in the sticky shit?
No, let's just give Kentucky Speedway the Atlanta treatment. I think that could be cool for IndyCar.
PJ1.
Like,
let's just cover the entirety of all right, here's the plan, all right? We get 6,000 drones, firefighting drones, right? And we film all with PJ1 and we just coat Kentucky Speedway. I mean, not just the track, but coat the infield PJ1. I don't give a shit. Make everything grippy there.
Like, I think
coat the Colonel in PJ1.
I'd love to see Kentucky Speedway get the Atlanta treatment and turn it into like a mini super speedway, but it's not going to last as long as Atlanta has. I think they'd probably have 2 years.
When they did that repave, they're gonna have to significantly change the banking.
Yeah, I think that it would produce 2 years of good racing, Atlanta-esque racing, before it falls off. Because with the snow we get in Kentucky, that pavement's just going to fall off.
And we saw Mid-Ohio and IndyCar this year, the repave has fallen off in a year. it's already losing grip.
I would love to see NASCAR in that market if they want to keep a street course or a road course. Go to Road America. I think that would be really cool for NASCAR, and really cool for the fans up there. It's always a huge crowd for IndyCar. They would show up for NASCAR too.
Could you imagine the Cup cars at Laguna going down, bro? Could you imagine corkscrewing a next gen?
I need to send Bill France an email.
No, France, get off your ass, get out of the courtroom. Which we're gonna talk about some of that here in a little bit. Just a light touch. We'll probably do a full video on it.
We'll do a full video when I can read that much.
For real shit, real shit. But let's move on. I agree with you. We should go to an road course. I don't think it should be Chicago though. What do you think? Actually, before I jump, what?
I mean, if we're staying in Chicago, I want to see Chicagoland. I love those tracks. You know, the intermediate ovals like Kentucky Speedway. Chicagoland produced some really good racing when it was a track too. So I don't know. I'd love to see them repave it and renovate that track and go back to it. But I also understand you're going to have lower attendance when you do a permanent track like Chicagoland. It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
I like that NASCAR is doing street circuits to try to raise they're like to try to do like marketing and stuff like that and to raise the organic user interest. But I just don't think Cup cars are meant for street racing. Long Beach.
Yeah, no. Jesus Christ.
Someone's getting rid of that fountain.
They would need a full-time gardener for the fountain, bro. He'd have to be in the fountain during the race.
But yeah, let's move on to Sonoma. We're in wine country
I love Sonoma. I love Sonoma.
Yeah.
Sonoma is a quintessential NASCAR track. Funny thing, I was watching on TikTok, Anthony Alfredo popped up, and he was doing an iRacing run of Sonoma and talking about it. Like, oh, it's a rich history. I love this track. Kind of like doing a track walk, which is a cool trend that a lot of drivers do nowadays, where they drive the track on iRacing.
IndyCar's been dropping that for every race, and I love it. They pick a driver to do the driving through.
Yeah, and I love seeing it on, like, even personally in the actual series socials. But someone in the comments was like, "Bro, someone was like, you need to turn on the racing line." Like, someone was telling me, like going corner by corner, like, "Oh, you were off here." Like, I don't know if they didn't know who Anthony Alfredo was or if it was a bit, but I was dying, bro. And then another person was like, said something, just they were just getting cooked for no. It wasn't even a bad lap. I mean, he did miss a breaking point, blow corner, but like, which is so Anthony Alfredo to not edit it or do another lap. It's like, it's NASCAR. He kept it in track limits for NASCAR.
I love it's like what we were talking about in Indy Next qualifying. Hey man, you missed this corner. You aren't supposed to go airborne in turn 3. Fun fact.
Roll right in our predictions, Patrick.
Yeah.
Give me your whole top 3 so I don't have to remember what spot we're at. Give me your whole top 3.
Top 3. In third place, I have Kyle Larson.
Okay.
Won here last year. Does pretty well in road circuits. Solid P3. P2, I have Kyle Part 2, Kyle Busch. KFB is going to finish P2 of the Sonoma race. P1, you're going to love this one, Ryan. I got the DeWalt man himself, Christopher Bell, winning at Sonoma.
I like that pick. I love those picks. I don't have anyone of them on my podium.
This could be an interesting race for the championship. I'm going to start with
my winner. It's SVG's goddamn year on road courses, bro. SVG's winning. It's not even a question to me. In second, someone who did good in the Chicago race got third. Tyler Reddick. He might also be auditioning for a new drive with, his charter being ripped from him. So who knows? And then third, I got the corner man himself, the goated third place man, Alex Bowman. Every hotel's got the Alex Bowman chair.
Every hotel's got the Alex Bowman chair. I don't mind those picks. Yeah, Tyler Reddick, I like that one. We'll talk a little bit more about the charter drama, a little bit more about it later. We'll probably have a full video going over it, especially coming up to Dover. But
that's the one we really need to talk about.
I don't know. I think the Tyler Reddick's got to stay with 2311. I don't think that's one they have to worry about.
I don't know, man. If you don't have a charter, you
Yeah,
really.
but where are you going to go?
There's teams that would drop their driver for Tyler Reddick. 100%.
Yeah, but I feel like Michael Jordan would be willing to just bankroll keeping Reddick on.
Yeah, but Reddick might want more than just money. Might want guarantee that they're going to have a car.
Tyler Reddick qualifies well enough. I don't think it's an issue for him. Now, the front row drivers, on the other hand, who's your hit the apex this week?
I think Ty Gibbs is going to continue to be great on road street courses.
I don't mind that pick. For reasons we'll get to later. I've got a man who's not really known for his road courses, but he finished well on a street course. I got Ross Chastain.
Okay. Coming off a good old bumping and banging 10th place last week. I like it. I actually like that pick. He's been pretty decent on the roads.
What about your Miss the Apex? I've got a hot take for mine.
I also have a low-key hot take. I think Denny Hamlin's going to be too much hitting the core documents too hard to miss the apex from Denny Hamlin.
Is it really? I mean, what are we considering to miss the apex on a road course for him?
He got 4th last race, so
I think that's probably his career best on a road course.
We'll see. We will see.
I have Shane Van Gisbergen.
Wow. Okay.
He's going to be partying a little too much from last week, and actually, really, my mindset was more, it's just going to be something random. Not necessarily his fault, but blow out the bottom end of a motor.
Get dumped.
Joey Logano decides to kill you. Like, that kind of stuff.
There'll definitely be some murders at Sonoma. I mean, one of my favorite NASCAR clips of all time is the hard cut to Tony Stewart on the on the tire barriers. One of my favorite Sonoma clips ever.
Yeah, I see somebody going into the tires and that tight right-hander right after the pit entry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Final four. Let me pull up the bracket. We'll go battle by battle here.
Okay. Yeah, I got it pulled up if you want me to read it. The matchups are Alex Bowman versus Ty Dillon, John Hunter Nemechek versus Eric Jones, Ryan Preece versus Tyler Reddick, and Ty Gibbs versus Zane Smith. We'll start with Bowman versus Dillon. Who you got?
I have, and even though Ty Dillon has been upsetting every single bracket he's been in, I've still got Alex Bowman in there.
I'm with you. I think Alex Bowman prevails here.
I mean, it's hard to just beat that Hendrick car.
I mean, to be fair, he beat Keselowski, and he beat Hamlin when he DNF'd. So it's
I think the Hamlin win is the more surprising one there.
But I mean, you started on a drafting track. What
about the John Hunter Nemechek versus Eric Jones battle? Who do you got?
I got John Hunter Nemechek.
Okay.
I like the kid. I think Eric Jones.
I know statistically, I should be going for John Hunter Nemechek, but I have a feeling something's going to happen, and Eric Jones is going to win this one.
I don't hate that.
Now we've got a driver that could be racing for his two drivers that are probably racing for a seat. I could see, Ryan Preece getting dropped for a Tyler Reddick.
Yeah.
I would do that if I'm Brad Keselowski. I'm doing that in a heartbeat. But yeah. Ryan Preece versus Tyler Reddick. Who do you have?
Considering I got Tyler Reddick second, I'm going Tyler Reddick.
Me too. I mean, that one's just no-brainer for me.
Seems like a 3-1 to me.
Now, Zane Smith versus Ty Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs. I mean, he hit the apex. Ty Gibbs has been great on road courses. Zane Smith is Zane Smith. I like Zane Smith, but
I have Zane Smith. No, I have Ty Gibbs.
I figured you did. I went pretty procedural picks here. We're getting to the point where
really the only difference we had was the John Hunter Nemechek versus Eric Jones, which that's a pretty
Yeah.
even matchup. So it could go either way with them, I think.
Yeah, I could see it either way. But excited to follow that. My bracket is just completely busted open. I didn't look at it. It's bad. We're cooked.
Alex Bowman might. Yeah, I think Alex Bowman is my one correct driver right now, and probably Tyler Reddick. Nope, I had Larson over Reddick. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah. I'm here to tell you, I got nobody.
I
I got a nobody.
I think I have Alex Bowman. I forget where I need to go to see how my bracket's doing.
That's you can scroll to the very bottom, track your bracket. Mine just says error, and I can see it in the background, and it's nothing. I mean, I had Sebo winning it all as soon as Sebo crashed out. I was like, I'm killing myself. But yeah. Last thing. You got any
Oh,
last
never
thoughts on
mind. I
Sonoma?
had Joey Logano over Alex Bowman.
Look
Yeah,
at
I have
you.
nobody.
Oh, Penske fan.
Well, it's
Any last thoughts
because
about
drafting
Sonoma?
track was the
Oh,
first
sure.
one.
Any last thoughts about Sonoma?
Excited to see some wine country racing. Sonoma always produces some good racing, and I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be an SVG one.
We'll have to see. Very excited. But real quick, we'll touch on very briefly, because I pushed this recording because I was like, I want to figure out what's going on with this 2311 lawsuit.
Spoiler
Let me tell you,
alert.
folks. Let me tell you, folks. There's a reason I dropped out of college twice. There's a reason I'm in the trades. I cannot read or understand any of this, but I do have a decent grasp. So the ruling today, the news that came out today was they lost their appeal, meaning as of Dover, NASCAR could rip the charters from 2311 and Front Row Motorsports. So that's a
And
total of five
technically
charters.
Stewart Haas Racing.
Yeah, because the third 2311 is still technically in ownership of Storehouse Racing. It's in escrow and waiting on approval for NASCAR. So obviously they can rip that one too. If they rip it, the implications are very large. Sponsorships, you could lose drivers. You're an open entry, so you have to qualify for each race. You get less
And that
prize
makes
money.
it hard to sell sponsorships. That's where the
Yep,
sponsor
you get less.
comes in.
You don't get any of the revenue share
Mm-hmm.
from the broadcast money, and any of the benefits being a charter team. Less
And
prize
I don't
money in
think you're
general.
eligible for end of season rewards either. Like, I think prize money is basically
Yeah,
season
basically gone
prize
at that
money
point.
is done. I know that's how
So
IndyCar's charter is.
So obviously, there's no charters out public. This is under lock and key, obviously, but we're just assuming what you can get from the documents. But yeah,
Shout out
huge
IndyCar
implication.
though, because our charters are basically public.
Yeah,
I just realized that. Like we can see like pretty much everything other than exact dollar amounts in it. That's kind of nice. NASCAR, you should do that so we can see this.
they don't want that.
Yeah,
I mean, you get
I went and found like all of the court documents, and unfortunately, everything relating to the charter is sealed.
under lock and key. But yeah, so basically, the short of it is, odds are NASCAR will pour their charters. 23 and 11 and Front Row basically have been allowed to race under a charter without signing a charter this whole year. NASCAR is going to rip their charters, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be any love lost. Where it goes from there is where it gets interesting, and we're about to do a full analysis video. I'm sure you can look up and find articles that will describe this way better than we ever can. So if you're really interested in it, I would do that and get in the thick of it. All the documents related to the files are accessible in PDF form. Just look them up, PDF at the end. You can find the lawsuit, the appeal, and the ruling on the appeal.
I just realized that changes things for like Daytona and stuff like that too. From the drivers that got bumped out of the 500. Because theoretically, there should have been 5 more spots available in the field.
Yeah. It'll shift. It'll mean those guys have to actually qualify. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see what prevails. But yeah, that's all we got for now. You got anything else, Pat?
Nah. I'm gonna keep trying to read legal documents.
My head hurt.
Yeah, and we're gonna race at Long Beach in GTDs
A
now.
lot of good racing this weekend. IMSA, WEC. Obviously, NASCAR was talking about that. IndyCar, 2 races, IndyCar. Check it out. Watch racing. Go to your dirt track. I'm sure there's a race this weekend.
Cool.
I'm going. Peace.